Good morning. So what this project's going to be is we're going to add a rear deck to the back of the bus. And we're going to do this as cheap as possible. Maybe help some of you guys out. I do recommend checking to see if you have the same setup as I do before you do anything. I am no professional. I just get things done. And I try and do it as safe a matter as possible. But we got some 2-inch angle iron. And just got back from the steel place, and we got two 20-foot sections. We're going to get the stuff unloaded and start cutting. Alright, we got all the metal cut. The two far left pieces are leftovers, which we'll probably do something with. The longer sections are 3 foot, the short sections are 1 foot. And these are my 4-foot sections, which will go horizontal off the back of the bus. And this is the basic premise. I'm making these angles like this, and my neighbor's going to come over and weld it for me. And what that bracket right there will do after it's welded, what I'll do is take out 2 of these bumper bolts and connect each one of those brackets up one at a time. I'll drill 2 holes in the 1-foot section. That bracket will fit onto each section of these bolts, which there's 4 of them. And that'll give me a deck off the back of the bus 4 feet long. And we'll probably use 5/4 decking board for it, make it look real nice. He'll be over in just a little bit. Once we get to welding, I'll be back. Alright, we got all 4 brackets welded together. We've held them up to the bumper. They all fit real nice. So now I'm going to drill some holes and we'll get ready to bolt these things up. I do need to go to the store and get some new longer bolts, hardened steel. We don't want this thing to snap for any reason. So if you do this, I do suggest you buy good bolts and not some junky ones from any typical store. But if you get hardened steel, they should be fine. So let's get to drilling. And there's bracket number 1, temporarily bolted in place. I'm going to take it back off, get it cleaned up, get it painted, and then we'll get all the rest of them painted, get them bolted into place, and we'll start with top decking on it. That's going to be pretty darn strong. It's all 2x2 angle iron, well, angle steel I should say, and we'll have 4 of these going across. And that'll make our back deck. Alright, let's get started. Got a little car wheel grill going tonight. I'm going to cook up this massive pork steak in a few minutes. It's huge, but this video is not really about that. But this is our little backyard. Most of these plants have been salvaged back here from doing landscaping for people when I have to thin things out. I come home with them and then I propagate them, multiply them, turn it into a jungle. But this is about this little wood deck right here. It's a 10x10 I built about a year or 2 ago. And that top of it is 5/4 board. And I'm going to cut this deck back 4 feet, rip off the 5/4 decking board, use it on the back of the bus deck, and that's how we'll deck it. So just another way to recycle, reuse, or repurpose. I really don't need the full 10 feet of this deck anyway. And if we're going to hit the bus full time eventually, I have to have this deck gone by the time we leave, because I built it, I paid for it, and the landlord doesn't really want it here unless we're here. So I'd have to get rid of it anyway, so might as well use it. And if you remember the trailer video, the side fold down table. That right there is the bottom of the toolbox where I use the top for the table. So now it just holds plants as a shelf. So like I say, there's all kinds of things you can do. That's an old wheelbarrow I put legs on. Now I got this massive lemongrass growing out of it. Came in great for a planter. This is the shanty I was talking about that I built out of pallets. It has a pallet floor, little pallet wall. We have a rain barrel and a downspout that I made the downspout out of nothing but PVC pipe, made the gutter out of PVC pipe. The whole back wall is salvaged privacy fence that was laying by the road. That extra little rain catcher right there is a salt water filter for somebody's swimming pool. Didn't need it anymore. The back of our little shanty is 2 sliding glass doors where they were replaced in our apartment and the neighbors next door, so I saved all 4 of them. I put them all in place for the winter, and that makes us a greenhouse for the winter. And as I was telling y'all, the only thing I had to really pay for was the roof, and that's for the vinyl roof. But nice little project out of nothing but pallets and old fencing board. Got some pictures hanging up in there, things like that. This is nothing but 99-cent hula skirts cut down, you know, make the signs. But we'll get that deck cut down tomorrow, take the top boards off, and we'll start decking that back deck of the bus. Alright, we got them all assembled, got them all painted, waiting on the paint to dry. We'll get them all bolted up to the bus. Meanwhile, I'm going to run to the back patio, rip off some boards, cut that thing in half, and get the top decking ready. Alright, we got all 4 brackets painted, bolted up. Got the first decking board on to see how it fits. It's going to be just right. So let's start covering this thing with some decking board and see how it's going to look. And as you can see, all I did was bolted it right back to the bumper bolts. And that's what holds all this. And it is strong, I mean to tell you. But like I say, if you aren't sure about it, please consult a professional. I am by no means professional. Alright, we got half the decking board somewhat down. We're starting from the outside edge, working our way in, so if we're a little bit shy, which we're probably going to be about 3 inches shy as I slide each one, I can rip one board and put the cut board right next to the bus to the back door. That way it's not even noticeable. Fill in the gap as you step out the door. But it's looking pretty good. Let's back up, see if we can get a little bit better idea. Yeah, it's going to be a nice little deck. I may even make the outdoor shower come out the back rather than off the side of the bus now. Step right out the back door and take your outdoor shower. That's going to be pretty nice. Let's finish up these decking boards. Well, there we go. Due to a fine Florida shower, we are on hold, but I'm basically done. Good enough to let you guys get the idea. I got a few more self-tapping bolts to put through. But that's pretty much how it works. That makes us a 4-foot by 8-foot deck off the back of the bus. That's going to be a real nice addition, I think. Step right out the back door and have coffee in the mornings. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to Simple Life, share with your friends, and I'll try and keep these cheap tips going of how to get things done on super cheap. Thanks, have a great day. Well, we've got the pennies all done in the rubber rails now. We had left these rubber rails for a long time. Never really knew quite what to do with them. We wanted to paint them. Couldn't figure out what color. Then we decided, well, heck, we've done so much with pennies. Let's put a line in the rubber rail. We used a Lexol clear silicone. It's a little bit better than just silicone. Sort of like clear liquid nails, if you will. But it took about $11 to do the entire bus on the exterior. I wish the sun was shining a little brighter so you could really see how much they reflect. We went to the bank and got all brand new pennies, so that way they'd be shinier. But it really added a nice little touch.